Hello everyone and Assalamu alaikum. This is Mariam Aslam and today we are going to discuss the topic photochemistry. First of all, we will look at the definition. Photochemistry is the branch of chemistry concerned with the chemical effects of light. This term is used to describe a chemical reaction caused by absorption of ultraviolet, visible light, or infrared radiations. Photochemistry is also destructive, as illustrated by the photodegradation of plastics. In nature, photochemistry is of immense importance as it is the basis of photosynthesis, vision, and formation of vitamin D with sunlight. Photochemical reactions proceed differently than the temperature driven reactions. Photochemical paths assess high energy intermediates that cannot be generated thermally, thereby overcoming large activation barriers in a short period of time and allowing reactions otherwise inaccessible by thermal processes. Next, we will see at some laws of photochemistry. The first law of photochemistry. This law states that the light must be absorbed for photochemistry to occur. This is a simple concept, but it is the basis of performing photochemical and photobiological experiments correctly. If light of a particular wavelength is not absorbed by a system, no photochemistry will occur and no photobiological effects will be observed, no matter how long one irradiates with that wavelength of light. The other law is the second law of photochemistry. The law states that for each photon of light absorbed by a chemical system, only one molecule is activated for a photochemical reaction. This law is true for ordinary light intensities. However, with high powered lasers, two photon reactions can occur, that is, the molecule to raise to a higher energy state than produced by single photon absorption. The ratio of the number of molecules reacted to the number of the quanta of radiation absorbed is called the quantum efficiency or quantum yield, which is given by the formula number of molecules reacted by the number of quanta absorbed. The third law is the Bunsen-Rossky law of reciprocity. This law states that a photochemical effect is directly proportional to the total energy dose, irrespective of the time required to deliver the dose. This law is true for chemicals in a test tube, but the response of cells to the radiation usually involves a sequence of interacting biological reactions, making a linear dose into time relationship highly unlikely. There is no reciprocity when damage is produced, for example, DNA damage. But there can be reciprocity over a narrow range of doses for photoreceptors that trigger a response, such as phytochrome. This is the summary for the laws of photochemistry. Only light that is absorbed can produce photochemical change. Second, a molecule absorbs a single quantum of light is becoming excited. Applications of photochemistry. We find the applications of photochemistry in many fields, like in biomaterials and tissue engineering, in formation of vitamin D, in photosynthesis, in industries in photodegradation, in industries as many polymerizations are started by photoinitiators, in organic chemistry, in daily life, photography, and modern technology. The very first application of photochemistry in modern life is in photography, that is, the development of film. The photochemistry occurred in photography is the process by which the electromagnetic energy causes chemical substances change to matter. This reaction is involved in the development of the film. In the development of the film, the photochemistry reaction allows the images developed from a film to obtain its colors. The chemicals used in the photography is silver halide crystals and spectral sanitizers. Both of them are known as the heart of the photographic film. Silver halide crystals are only sensitive to the blue of the visible spectrum, which is not efficient in camera film. It only produces more portions of the image. The spectral sensitizers are added to the surface of silver halide crystals. Spectral sensitizers can give them ability to be more sensitive to other colors of visible spectrum, that is the green and the red color. An invisible latent image in the emulsion is formed shortly after capturing image. This invisible latent image can be chemically developed into a visible photograph. The photochemical process then turns the invisible latent image to a visible latent image on the film. The reaction is completed by applying spectral sensitizers to the surface of the silver halide crystals. After reaction, the spectral sensitizers has been increased, so when film is developed in a dark room, the color appears. Now we will see the reversible photochemical reaction in cosmetics chemical substances. These substances in cosmetics are mostly unstable to the light. We have already known about this since so many cosmetic products use the opaque containers. Photosensitization can occur in cosmetics which is caused by a reaction with the light. This condition is not good as photosensitization can harm the skin. To eliminate this reaction, we need to remove the unwanted photochemical energy by simply creating the reversible of photochemical reaction. Photochemical isomerization in industry. In this field of isomerization, synthetic photochemistry has contributed for developing a large number of organic compounds. Some of them are still not commercially used. Up to now, there are only two major kinds of photochemical isomerization reactions. They are electrocyclic ring opening in vitamin D synthesis and thermoreversible hydrogen shift in the hydrogen stabilization of plastics. The synthesis of vitamin D3, which is very important in human medicine and also for animal nutrition, is one of the examples of the organic compounds made by the photochemical isomerization. Meanwhile, in plastic industry, thermoreversible hydrogen shift is the main absorber used to protect plastics from ultraviolet degradation. Another industrial application of photochemistry is optical bleaches. Optical bleaches is the development of optical brightener, or the bleach is made by one of the primary photochemical processes called luminescence. Since many people thought that white color is associated with the terms cleanliness and purity, many commercial products made it a symbol for quality. The optimum impression of whiteness is obtained when body reflects all visible light. It can be achieved by the optical bleaches made by luminescence. Paper, cotton, detergent, wool, polyester, these are all our items of our daily use, and household linen also are the examples of industry using this technology. Fluorescent dyes. Fluorescent dyes are somehow analogous to the optical bleaches, yet the applications are so much wider. The basic principle of fluorescent dyes is that a short wave light is converted into long wave fluorescence light in the visible spectrum. These dyes are responsible to create luminous colors in advertising, shock colors in fashion, up to warning colors in traffic. This fluorescent dye can emit twice as much light as the longer wavelengths. Moreover, fluorescent also used in developing colors of television. The green, blue, and red fluorescent pigments are used for it. For automatic sorting of letters and postcards, fluorescent is also involved. Another application is in making dials and light switches. Now, fluorescent is not only industrially used but also commercially used. You can find that it is placed freely in the markets. The product we talked are emergency lighting in mines, factories, and camping sites. Indeed, that's all the applications of photochemistry in modern life that we use every day to fill our daily activities. Meanwhile, keep in touch with chemistry. It makes life better as there are many common chemicals used at home. Thanks for watching this. Hope you learned a new thing today. Allah Hafiz.